Right, back to the here and now, and for the next 2 nights, the Royal Citadel, where we're standing now, will play host to the panel of judges who'll be looking for the best of the best in this British Fireworks Championships. It's a bit of a departure actually from day-to-day business here, as you can imagine, as this is a working military base, but they've allowed us in for this evening, and in a moment we'll meet some of the judges. Earlier today, though, I ventured out onto Mountbatten Breakwater, just across the water from here, just behind me there, the launch pad of all 6 displays, 3 tonight and 3 tomorrow. I spoke to some of the people involved in making this event happen. Jim, we've heard how important this is in terms of business for Plymouth. Why do you keep coming back here?
It's the most perfect amphitheatre for doing firework displays, really. I mean, it's being out on a breakwater away from the main crowds gives us a lot of space for safe explosives to go up, basically. So there are very few venues around the UK that are as good as this.
But you must have cities banging on your door saying, bring the British Firework Championships to us. Is there a chance of that?
Not at the moment. No, we love, it's 27 years since I brought the event here, and it's the greatest place to come. I mean, I love coming down to Plymouth, so...
So you love what you do?
I love what I do, and I love coming to the city. I think it's great.
Well, and we hope you're here for the 30th.
I hope so too.
Andy, we've heard how important this event is for Plymouth. You've seen it from all angles, a spectator, a commentator and a competitor as well. It's a fantastic location.
Yeah, when you're watching from the Hoe, it's an incredible view, and when you're watching and when you're competing, you know that you've got such a wide width. There's nothing like the city of Plymouth for holding a fireworks competition. It's quite unique in the UK, and I think that's why everybody, the competitors and also all the visitors, love coming here to see the fireworks competition each year.
I will be looking out for some lovely colours tonight and some real sparklers, but you're the commentator making sense of it all. What do you really look for?
Colour is one of the things. Some of the European manufacturers are making some incredible fireworks, but we're looking for the width of the show, the patterns, the symmetry, the layers, the height, patterns going from one side to the other and different combinations of effects. There's a whole load of things because we have lay judges here, and we also have expert judges. The expert judges will be looking for technical aspects of the fireworks display. The lay judges will be looking for the kind of things that everybody watching and watching at home will be looking for as well. So it's a really good mix, and that's why people enjoy coming to Plymouth.
Mark, you're here for the first time in Plymouth competing, but I mean, you're an internationally renowned company. Why have you come here?
I think Plymouth is one of the calendar dates in the UK. I mean, you've got Southport, which is a pyro musical, which we've done a couple of times. It's actually where we started in 2010 and 11. But this is actually our first competition of non-musical. So it's very different. It's a lot more difficult to design, you know, because you're not designing to music. You have to picture everything in your head. But Plymouth's probably the biggest event in this country. So it took a long time to get here.
You've just won big in Vancouver though, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, so Canada, Vancouver, which is the celebration of light. Fantastic competition. Yeah, we come away with 2 gold results, which was amazing. Chuffed.
So a bit different for you tonight. Any nerves?
Of course, yeah. Every show, if you don't get nervous, then there's something wrong. So I'm always nervous, even now. Talking to you, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Always nervous before any performance. That's the way to go. As you just heard there's a mixture tonight of lay and professional judges, and one of the professionals is Robert AUG. It's quite a responsibility. Thousands of people come from all over the country. How do you feel about that responsibility?
Well, it's quite daunting, actually. You know, this is my 4th year as a judge, you know, and it's something you just really have to concentrate. You know, each of those competitors gets 10 minutes. And you've got to absolutely concentrate for 10 minutes and make sure you're just focused and zoomed in on what you think they're trying to achieve.
There's a reason that thousands of people flock here. I mean, it just brings pure joy, really, doesn't it? It's a spectacular sight.
Well, I think with the British public in particular, there's a great kind of heritage there with fireworks and firework displays for obvious reasons. You know, not just November the 5th. We clearly love displays, and I think it's very much part of our theatrical offering.
And what are you particularly looking out for? Because this has been going for 27 years. You've done it 4 times. What do you really want from the winner?
Well, the things that I look out for are not just, say, the more technical things like perfect symmetry and do you think they've achieved the pictures, the images that they are trying to create for you. But I love that juxtaposition of the softer, more poetic moments when they completely contrast with the big dramatic effects where they're just going all out for that kind of shock and awe moment.
I mean, how does Plymouth compare to something like London New Year's Eve, which you've orchestrated yourself before?
Well, yeah, I've certainly been part of the team on occasions. It's a unique setting. I mean, London by the Thames and the London Eye is a unique setting, but this is, if you can say particularly unique, it is particularly unique. It's an extraordinary amphitheatre here at Plymouth, and you get that extraordinary kind of acoustic that only this setting gives you when you get that reverberation of the effects of the big shells, and that's very visceral, that's really powerful and very exciting for the live audience.
Well, good luck for the next couple of nights and thank you very much for talking to us.
My pleasure.
Hope
Thank
you make
you.
the right choice. Thank you, Robert. And tonight there will be an extra special guest joining the judging panel. Sue Dunn has lived in Plymouth since 1962. She's quite a lady. She came to Plymouth as a young woman, and this Saturday she'll be celebrating her 90th birthday. She's always up for trying something new, is Sue, and tonight there may be a few more fireworks. As she told me earlier on, she never really agrees with the other judges. Tonight she is one of them, and living on Plymouth Hoe for the last 60-odd years, Sue has seen many changes and witnessed lots of history in the making.
I want to pay tribute to the families for the support they give.
It has been the most magnificent day.
And I came here on the 1st of May 1962. Because when I arrived, of course, it was, I know a bit after the war, but there were an awful lot of bomb sites and everything around and about. Looking a bit tired, I suppose is the word, until they managed to fill in all these spaces. I've seen the Queen here and there, but one particular one, when she came to visit HMS Ocean, and towards the end of the day she was due to walk on the Hoe, and it had been raining and a lot of people had disappeared, and I thought, oh, she's got to walk out, and I went out, and I went out and they'd put fencing up, and I walked along with my camera, and I got a couple of pictures of her, which I've been very pleased with. But my impression of her was she was accepting flowers. I mean, it was a few years back, and I mean, as you know, she lived that much longer, accepting flowers as if she'd never, ever been given a bunch of flowers in her life before. She was absolutely incredible, the way she was talking to people and saying, touching dogs on their heads and all this sort of thing, yeah. So I was very, very pleased with my pictures that I got. Lots of things have happened here, of course. But the one that sticks in my mind more than any is when Francis Chichester returned from his trip around the world, and he landed down at the yacht club, as it was then, down at the waterfront, and he came late. I think he was expected in the morning. People had been sleeping underneath this window all night. I think every single camera from every country was on the Hoe, and when he landed, the fire boats made the water look red, so he kind of sailed in on a red carpet, and of course he landed down there, and I got a picture taken from the sea, and absolutely every single spot right down to the water's edge was full of people watching, and in a way that's a big memory.
It is my privilege to speak the first words from this wonderful new stage.
I suppose having a Theatre Royal down the bottom is one of the best things living here, because when I arrived in Plymouth, one of the bomb sites was the old Theatre Royal. Of course, the Palace Theatre was still open, so you could go there for the odd things.
It's going to be your 90th, a couple of days after the fireworks. How do you feel about it?
Well, I can't do anything about it, can I? And the last 10 years have gone very quickly. I remember being asked 10 years ago, what was I going to do on my 90th birthday? I don't really know. I'll just enjoy it and get on with life. It's quite a view, isn't it? Quite a view.
thank you for joining us. We'll bring you some of the highlights of this evening's display on the late news. And it looks good weather for Saturday, doesn't it? Happy 90th birthday, Sue, from all of us here at Spotlight. Good night. Now tonight, the British Firework Championships continue as some of the best firework companies in the country put on a show off Plymouth Hoe. It's the 27th year and the event has been held in the city with Plymouth Sound described as the perfect amphitheatre. So what makes a winning display? Johnny Rutherford spent last night backstage to see what the judges are looking for.
Watching, listening, marking. The judges of the British Firework Championships. 3 professionals who work in the industry, 4 local judges and a group of youngsters who give out their own gong, the Young Person's Choice Award.
No, look at those over there. It's such an important opportunity for these young people to really give their voices, to really watch the fireworks and think about which is the favourite display for them.
It's certainly a spectacle, but which one is the best? What are you looking for?
The best show. Basically, everything from the rhythm to the the quality of the product and the good flow of the display. Really,
it's not just about, say, beauty, but has it got impact? Has it got variation? What's the cadence of the display over 10 minutes? You want the highs, the lows, the slow sections, the fast sections.
Now you may recognise one of the judges, Sue Dunn. She was featured on last night's Spotlight.
Is it the sort of thing you thought you would be doing just before your 90th birthday?
No. Never thought I would do it.
We were looking for the variety, the rhythm, the colour and the wow factor.
6 different firework display companies compete across the 2 days, 3 a night. Each get 10 minutes to wow the judges.
I reckon it was pretty good and it might have a potential to win.
Ooh. I think it might have a 7 out of 10. 7.
7! Strictly speaking, it is pretty serious stuff.
How difficult is it to judge on the second night and remember the first night?
we watch it before the 3 shows tomorrow night.
We'll
watch a video of each one of tonight's displays.
I just love the colours and I just really loved it. I really did.
You can't tell me, but did you have a favourite tonight, do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
We've got to wait till tomorrow now.
Shame. I wouldn't have told anyone. Honest. If you are interested in the results, they will be announced a while after tonight's 3 final competitors. Johnny Rutherford, BBC Spotlight, Plymouth.
Sue giving nothing away there about which one she liked the best, but I have a feeling that tonight's weather isn't going to be quite so nice, David, for it.